I know when you're going to be successful. Want to find out how? I know when you're going to be successful. I know you might not know. You might be hoping, that you will become successful in whatever it is that you're doing, marketing on the internet, and really whatever you're trying to do. I think everybody wants to be successful. But the one thing I've learned about becoming successful, successful people leave clues, right? There's things that they do that make you go, okay, wow, okay, I need to do that. Okay, you know what, I'm doing that. Or I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it, but I need to do that, right? There's certain signs that really indicate that you're on the right path. Okay. And so I've got 7 signs that will indicate that you are becoming successful. As a matter of fact, here we go here. 7 signs you will be successful. Let's jump right into it. Okay. Here, number 1 out of those 7 signs is you are a self-starter. What does that mean? You're a self-starter. Some people can't do anything without someone just helping them every step of the way. They can't think for themselves. They're not innovative. They're not, they're not resourceful. Somebody has to help them every step of the way. Okay. And then there are those people that, hey, they don't need really, they need little or no supervision. Okay. They will figure things out. They're extremely resourceful. They don't know all the answers, but they'll do the work to find the answers. They're very diligent. They don't quit. They just keep going. They're a self-starter. They don't need anybody to, light the fire beneath them. They can just get fired up themselves. Whatever the goal is, they're just going to attack it. They doesn't mean that they're really good at everything that they do. They just really go to work. There's this old saying, they're just ignorance on fire. Okay. Those individuals tend to do very well in whatever it is that they do. So if that's you, if you're a self-starter, you don't need anybody else to start you up. You can start yourself. And if that's you, you're on the right path. That's number 1. Okay. Number 2 is that you are super competitive. Oh my God. When you see people having success, when you see people, getting rewarded, when you see people, getting recognized, it just burns you up. Right. You're like, you know what? They're not better than me. Now, I'm not speaking from a negative standpoint. I'm just you applaud those individuals. But beneath you, you're like, you know what? I can do it. I can do what they just did. As a matter of fact, I could even do it better. Make sense? You're just super competitive. Right. You're just, hey, you don't want to be left out. You're always trying to reach the finish line too. You're not going to get left behind. That's always in your mind. You're not leaving me. I'm running with you guys, right? You're super competitive. Whatever it is, you're going to always want to outshine other people. In business, right? And in business, that's a good thing. In sports, that's a good thing, right? So it's the same thing. You have that competitive spirit. Right? You believe in yourself. You believe in what you can do. You believe that you can reach the top of the mountain. You believe that you can reach your dreams from the activities that you do. And no matter what somebody says about you, it doesn't affect you at all. Okay. Now, so you're super competitive here. You're super competitive. It's number 2. Number 3, you finish things. Okay. When you start something, you finish it through the hard times, good times, bumps in the road. Hey, whatever it is. Hey, if I start it, I'm going to finish it. If I said I was going to do it, I'm going to do it. If it needs to be done, I'm getting it done. Get her done. That's my middle name. Get her done. Right. It's just going to get done. Right. Y'all remember that old cartoon, right? So I'm telling you guys, Number three, you finish things. You don't quit. You don't know what quit. What does that mean? What quit? Quit? No, I gotta finish this. You don't understand. I gotta get this done, right? And if you have that mentality, guess what? You're on the right path. You're still on the right path. I mean, nobody's gonna stop you because you don't quit. You keep moving forward. Where everybody else is quitting around you, you're still moving forward. Guys, hey, just here to let you know, if that's you, you're on the right path. Keep it up, okay? Keep going. Number 4, your circle out earns you. What does that mean? Your circle out earns you. Your circle of influence out earns you. Basically, the people you hang around make more money than you do. Okay? People who you associate with, people who you spend most of your time with, make more money than you do. Okay? Why is that important? Okay? Because if you're the only person in the room and you're making all the money and these are your top people who you're around 24/7, how far are you going to grow from there? Okay? You know, what do they say? If you take your 5 closest people who you hang around the most, you'll notice that you all make about the same amount of income. Ooh, that just kind of hurt a few people, right? When I just said that. So again, doesn't mean that you don't love them. Doesn't mean that you don't care about them. I'm just saying what you've got to do. And if that's you, that's okay. You need to start adding people to your circle. You need to start connecting with other people, okay? Mentoring with other people, fellowshipping with other people that make more money than you do. Okay, because you've got to uncover a few other things, a few elements that you're missing, and a few behaviors that they're doing that you don't know about. And the only way that you're going to be able to find out what those behaviors are, you've got to get around them. The only way you're going to have the same mentality and insight as those individuals, you got to get around them. Okay, that's what you got to do. Your circle out earns you. You know, if there are different events in your niche, you need to go to the event. Because somebody saying, well, I live in wherever and there's nobody else around me, just the people that I see online. Well, great. There's communities, Facebook groups. There's all kind of ways now that we can still connect with people and get to know people. Guys, I know some people right now very well, know who they are, their spouse, their children. You know, it feels like they just live right down the street, but we've never met in person. Okay, so you can definitely do that. So go to the events, plug into the groups, plug into the communities, get to know other people, let them know that you're there and you're willing to learn. Remember, your circle has to out earn you if you really want to grow. Okay, so, and if you got your existing family and friends or whoever, great, that's amazing. You need to start adding some new people to that mix. Okay, so you can start picking up some different things. Because remember, if you're all earning the same amount of income, how much can you learn from those individuals based off of where you want to go? It makes sense? No disrespect, just saying, how much can you learn from those individuals if your goal is to get to the moon? Okay, you need to talk to the people that's been to the moon, you know, hypothetically, that's been to the mountaintop, hypothetically. You know what I mean, right? You need to get around those individuals and it'll help you tremendously. That right there made a big difference for us. If it wasn't for this, there were certain things we would have never done. Creating videos was one of them. We would have never made videos if we didn't hang around or get plugged in with certain individuals and get to know certain individuals. That's what made the difference for us. Okay, so your circle out earns. That's number 4. Number 5, you are solutions focused. Guys, let me say this, guys. One thing about being an entrepreneur is that we are like firefighters. We're just constantly putting out fires. There's always things going wrong, things that didn't go as planned. You're always having to fix problems, whether it be problems with people, problem with systems, problems with your own mentality, problems with your work ethic. There's always things that we're trying to fix. And what you've got to become, you've got to be solution focused, because problems are going to come. Okay. Whether it be tech problems, what you name it. Okay. And the crazy thing is, when there's a problem, where there's a problem, there's always a solution. And what you've got to do is become very good at finding those solutions. Okay. You can't just, stay in the mud. You got to get out of the mud. Okay. And get you some mud tires or something, right? You got to get out of the mud and don't just stay in the mud, right? Just don't stay in the funk. Get out of the funk. Right. And so if you are that individual and you're very solution focused, you're always finding the solutions. You're always fixing the problems. You're always seeing the problems even before they come. Guess what? You're on your way. It's just a matter of time. You're on your way before your major breakthrough is happening. And it might already be going on right now. But here's the thing. You're on your way. Be solutions focused. Don't just talk about the problem, solve the problem. Okay, makes sense? So that's number 5. All right, number 6. You're always learning. Okay, you're always learning. Okay, one thing about my wife and I is that we're always learning. We never pretend that we know everything, because we don't. So we're always on the training webinars. We're always, giving webinars. We're always going to the events. We're always reading the books. We're always watching the videos. We're always taking those calls. We're always asking questions. Make sense? We're always learning. Okay. Now, but here's something about, you're always learning. You don't want to become a professional learner, meaning all you do is learn, but you never put anything into action. You never put the knowledge into action. You've got to put the knowledge that you've learned into action. Knowledge is nothing unless you put it into action. I hope I've said that enough times so you can understand. It's great to learn, but remember, you got to do what you've learned. Just don't learn it and talk about what you learned. Do what you're learning. Okay. So many people, I can think of people right now in my mind, man, they learn everything. They've bought this course. They bought that system. They went to that event. They got that coaching. They watched that training webinar. They bought that training course. They're a professional learner. Hey, when it comes to learning, their hand raises up. Hey, I want to learn. But then they fall short because they never put any of that information into action. So it means nothing that you've learned it. You have to put it into action. Okay. So again, if you're always learning, great. But let me add a little, add something to that. Put it into action as well. Okay. That's number 6. And then number 7, finally, you're obsessed. You're just literally obsessed with becoming successful. You know what? In your journey to reaching whatever your goal is, in your journey, there's going to be some things that you miss. Family things, just important moments. There's going to be some sort of sacrifice. And this goes with anything that you're trying to achieve that is great. Sometimes some things will you have to sacrifice a few things. Now, there is a thing called balance. Okay, absolutely. And I believe in balance, balancing your business, balancing your family, balancing your whatever. There's a thing called balancing. Okay, but here's the thing. But you have to recognize and accept there are going to be moments where you're just going to have to get certain things done. Right? You're going to have to be obsessed with becoming successful just as much as you want to breathe, as Eric Thomas talks about. You're going to have to be obsessed with it. And I can speak from experience when it comes to just being obsessed of becoming successful. And there's a lot of reasons why people do what they do. I know for me, it was based around my family. I wanted to provide a better lifestyle for my family. I wanted to be able to help my family members. Matter of fact, my mom, when she suffered a stroke and became ill, and we had to start taking care of her. Well, those were some of those reasons on why I wanted to be obsessed, because who else is going to do it? Right? That was my mentality. Who else is going to do it? Nobody else is going to do it. So I've got to do it. Make sense? So I became obsessed with success. And I'm so glad that I did, because now we can spend more time with our family. People come into town in Vegas, they're on vacation, coming to visit. We get to take them around. We don't have to go to work, right? We don't have to take off because such and such is coming to town. We don't have to take off because we've got to go out of town. We just go, right? Something comes up, family or, related, we just go. There's no, well, let me call my, HR department and see how many sick days I get or how much, FMLA I get, whatever. We don't have to deal with any of that, right? So that's a little bit coming from, what drove us. And everybody's different. Everybody has something different that drives them. But I will tell you this much. What you're going to have to do, you're going to have to make a decision and say, hey, self, I want to be successful. I'm going to be successful no matter what. And through that process, you're going to have, I'm an obsessed mindset of being successful. And again, there's balance with that. Of course, absolutely. But you got to have that mindset. I know for me, it's for a long time, before I went to bed, that's what I was thinking about. When I woke up, first thing I was thinking about is what I got to do with my business, right? Because there's so much to do and there's so many people depending on us. We had to get it done. Make sense? So that's number 7, right? So hopefully you're getting some insight on this. And let me kind of recap here really quick. So number 1, remember, you are a self-starter. Number 2, you are super competitive. Number 3, you finish things. Number 4, your circle just out-earns you. You're around people that just make a lot more money. You're learning so much from these individuals. Okay. Number 5, you are solution focused. Number 6, you are always learning. And number 7, you're just flat out obsessed with becoming successful and helping a lot of people along the way to do the exact same thing. Okay. So that's all I've got for today. Hope you guys got some good insight from this. And if you like this video and you got some value from it, do me a favor, give me a like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel right below. And don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I upload other videos, guys. So again, hope you got some value from this. Hey guys, I look forward to seeing you at the top of the mountain because it's crowded at the bottom. Okay. And, but you know what? We're going to help a lot of people, up that mountain as well. So, hey guys, hope you enjoyed those 7 signs that you will become successful. And, hey, we'll see you on the next video. Peace out.